we go on to the next item, I would like to welcome our guests of honor. We have our principal, Mr. Lim, and our vice principal, Mr. Gigachi. Thank you so much for joining us for this evening's concert. We also have Madam Ng, our HOD of Aesthetics. And right there operating the camera is Mrs. Ko, our other music teacher. My name is Mrs. Sung, and together we form the awesome team of AHS. Alright. Presenting Cry with a Smile. Ensemble work is actually one component of O-level music performing. If you are interested in doing higher music, it's an especially important component. Apart from ensemble skills, the students also have to perform on their own individual instrument, and so they need to be technically competent. And so our first technically competent candidate is Claris. So you've seen Claris on the guitar, you've seen her on the bass guitar, and now you're going to see Claris on the violin. Presenting Elgar, accompanied by Feivel. Let's give Claris a round of applause, please. Feivel Ng. A round of applause, please. Thank you very much, Lucy. And next up, also on the piano, we have Elijah. You saw Elijah on the teaser just now. And he is going to play Porco Rosso by Joe Hisaishi on the piano. Let's encourage Elijah, please. Elijah. And our very last individual pianist is Feivel. Let's give Feivel a round of applause, please. And so you must be wondering why our concert is called Espressivo and why we made the students cry with a smile. It is because they cry with lots of emotion because their music teacher is so awesome. And the thing is, nobody is interested in the practice. They are all focused on the performance, and none of you know how hard a day they have had because they had a sports day, a games day in the morning where they sweated it all out, and then they had a rehearsal, and then somebody twisted their ankle, and then somebody vomited at the toilet, but nobody knows all this. All they know is the performance. But we want to look beyond the performance, and we want the students to have a safe space and a safe place to express whatever they are feeling. And so they've come a long, long way from January when they first entered the program. Another way we actually express our feelings is actually through composing. So, unfortunately, the students are actually given some kind of stimulus to work with before they actually get to express what they want to express. So it's not free for all for the music composition component, but it is free for the higher music component. I will explain more of this later. But what you see here is actually the first composition of the evening, Yu Syn. So I'm just going to invite our composer, Yu Syn, to actually come to the front because she's going to sing her own composition. Yes, we are a very multi-talented group. And because we have so many for this year, they are very, very sporting, and they do whatever the teacher tells them to do. So I told them, sing! And they did. So right now, I'm actually going to share Yu Syn's score as well. Let's give Yu Syn a round of applause, please. It's a very, very short and sweet composition. Thank you very much, Yu Syn. And I'd like just to invite you to the hot seats right now because we are going to have an interview. So Yu Syn, what kinds of music do you listen to? And how does this actually influence you as a composer?
I listen to a variety of music, such as alternative and R&B. However, it does not influence me as much in this as a composer, as I usually compose based on the context of the stimulus. This song sounds tribal and has some resemblance to Pirates of the Caribbean, which are not songs that I usually listen to, but coincidentally just a vibe that I wanted to do.
I see. I'm just going to read out the lyrics again just in case we missed it because the words are very big on the screen. So it says, the kites in the sky flew to win in the fall. The kites in the sky did not know how to fall. One kite lost its tail and discovered flight. And that's how it's done, Yu Syn. Thank you very much, composer. How did you bring up the lyrics meaning in your song?
In the intro, there's an ascending sequence followed by a descending scale. It shows the action of a kite flying up and then going down. And the song starts with a minor key where the journey of the kite is quite bumpy, but it resolves to its relative major key at the end, as it shows the achievement of the kite discovering how to fly. So the bumpiness of the journey is shown in the dotted rhythm accompaniment, and the fall is shown in the melody where there's a jump between the notes. The changes to the time signature emphasizes the word stresses more accurately.
Wow, so what does it mean to stress a word?
Is to put an important word of the sentence on the strong beat of the song. So, like the first in this time signature is the first and the second.
Oh, I see. So instead of saying the kites, you must say the kites.
Yeah.
I see. Thank you. I see. So you need to talk out the lyrics first before you put the lyrics to music, is that right?
Yeah.
For we rappers. Right. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us? How did you find your songwriting journey from the beginning? Was it very challenging for you?
At first it was challenging as I had never done something like this before. But then as we did many practices and I improved from the first song to the first song that I composed. You can tell that there's a big difference.
Let's give our composer Lucy a round of applause. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Claris. Claris is going to share her composition with us. Thank you so much, Claris. Now if you can just join me in the hot seat. I think it's really important that we understand the perspective of the composer as well. When I gave you all the stimulus, what inspired you to choose these lyrics?
So basically, when I first read these lyrics, I immediately managed to analyze how it clearly went from like how they were hopeless and slowly became hopeful in the end, like how they eventually sent the letters. So I immediately thought of how I would go from a slower and like lower register notes to a like from the start to a high to notes from a higher register at the back, and I enhanced the dynamics to make it more lively. Yeah, and after that the notes were majoritarily quite high, and the end, like the C refuge of those other where it was like really fast and lively.
So what challenges do you face as a composer?
Personally, I think of the melody before the harmony. So first I looked at the lyrics and thought, these lyrics are very weird. Because like the part where they started stating all of the countries, it's really odd. So I struggled a lot on the word stress. But if that's why that part is like oddly long, but I managed to overcome it because I put a lot of rest around. Yeah.
So you broke up the country so that the singer would be able to sing the phrases more easily.
And so I'll be able to breathe.
Right, because she is the singer. Thank you for thinking of yourself. So what's the favorite part of your song?
I like the part where I put the "My heart is everywhere," which was like the first high part in the song.
My heart is everywhere.
Because it's like quite literally everywhere. Where the piano accompaniment, the right hand plays like 2 octaves higher, and like it's
My heart is everywhere.
like the singer is like low while like the piano accompaniment is high, and it's literally everywhere. I thought it was like really unique because it was like the start of showing how it was like slowly becoming more lively and happier. Yeah.
That's very, very cool. It's actually got quite a modern vibe to it as well, and I think some of the influence might actually come from your guitar playing, because you play the guitar and bass as well. So the more instruments you play, people, the better composer it makes you. Thank you so much for your insight, Claris. Next up, we have Water, composed by Elijah. Can I invite Elijah to come to the front, please? Okay, Elijah has chosen another lyric stimulus, and so he will be singing it out. Thank you very much, Elijah. I invite you to take a seat. Okay, Elijah, so what challenges do you face in songwriting?
I think typically when I do songwriting, right, one of my main problems is that instead of looking at the stimulus and trying to fit my music into the stimulus, I make the music first and try and fit the stimulus in. As such, like sometimes I struggle a bit with basically bringing out the feeling and the essence of the piece. Yeah. Another problem I have actually is that my compositions are very much influenced by the kind of music I listen to. So sometimes when I compose, like some of my early drafts, I find that maybe some parts sound very similar to certain movie soundtracks or even some pop songs.
Yeah, so hard in this day and age to be original, right?
Yeah.
So how do we become original? That is the question. And so thank you, Elijah, for actually bringing this up, because we are influenced by what we listen to. So if we listen more to different kinds and genres of music, the more exposed we are, it actually helps us to grow as a composer. That's a great tip. Thank you very much. What are some ways that you actually brought out the idea of water in your song?
Some ways I brought out water in the song would be, actually I quite like the ending, because it actually doesn't really sound like an ending, as in it ends on a higher note and it sounds unfinished. And I purposely did that so that, because water, it keeps flowing from one body of water to the next, so it never really stops flowing. That's why I chose my piece to end on that note, to make it seem as if it's unfinished, just like the journey of water.
That sounds very scientific. Water always flowing from a higher place to a lower place.
Another way I brought it out actually in this piece was the earlier part in the intro, with the sound of the flowing. Yeah.
I see, so different aspects of
Mhm.
water as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you hear the drips of the water in the song as well? Yeah, so I don't know, maybe one day we can have a version of water with icicles and melting water, running water, raging water and drowning. Okay, just ideas. So what kinds of compositions would you like to try writing in the future?
Actually, right, I think next time I might want to try jazz, because I play a lot of jazz pieces, and I find like I can play them well, I guess. Yeah, so I feel like I would like to try writing a jazz piece, as I haven't really tried before. It's an interesting genre.
Thank you so much for sharing with us your insight. Jazz is actually quite a challenging genre of music because it's a different style and expected harmony as well. So thanks again for another great idea, Elijah. Okay, our last composer is Feivel, and so far the three previous candidates actually chose lyrics stimulus, so that actually means they have words, but Feivel has no words. Yes, Feivel has no words. He actually came up with a song using a pitch stimulus, and so this is what I gave him. I said, make a song, Feivel. Alright, go make a song. And he did. And so this is Feivel's song, and he's interestingly written it in the jazz genre. So presenting Feivel's composition. Composition. Thank you very much. So Feivel, what did you think of when you saw the pitch stimulus, and to actually make our explanations more understandable to the audience, I'm going to invite you to come over to the keyboard. Alright, so what did you think of when you saw the pitch stimulus?
So when I first saw the pitch stimulus, I saw it as the pentatonic scale. So this is the pitch stimulus. And if you rearrange it, it'll be like that, which is the pentatonic scale. So that is the pentatonic scale for G major, and hence my tonic key is G major. Then I went on to think about the blues scale, which has another row on top of the pentatonic scale. So it'll be like that. Yeah. So once I developed the music with the pentatonic scale and the blues scale, it'll become a very nice jazz piece. So I tried to go for jazz.
I see. Wise choice. Thank you so much. So, what kinds of challenges you face when you actually had to work developing a musical idea, because it's 5 notes and you need to come up with a whole song. So, how did you do it?
So the first challenge I had was that I cannot decide what to do next, as there are so many possibilities that could happen in the next bar. So when I have a musical idea, I know that I can do so many things to develop it. So for example, it would be adding a note in between or before the musical idea. So I get torn at times. Then another challenge is that sometimes when I develop a musical idea, it sounds fine in my head, but when it comes to the score, I find it quite difficult to put it into the score. Yeah. So it takes me a while to figure out the correct rhythm when I transfer it from my head to the score.
Ah, I see. So keeping the pulse
Yeah.
throughout your music. I see. Okay. So how did you develop your ideas in this composition?
So I first used the pitch stimulus in the first bar, then in the subsequent developments I used to note addition and note reduction as shown in the next few bars. Then I also metrically displaced the motive in the second bar, which is to place the motive at a different part of the bar as compared to the previous time it appeared.
What is metrical displacement? So let's do something with the audience right here just to check that they're still with us. Okay, so we like a little bit of audience participation, and all of you are going to do "We Will Rock You" like this. Can you do it now with me? Oh, let's not all rush at once. One more time, audience. Ready? Let's go. And we say we will rock you. Now I'm gonna metrically displace it. Go. We will rock you. Let's displace it one more time. We will confuse you. Okay, and so that is the idea of metrical displacement. What else did you do, Feivel?
So in the fifth bar, which is a few bars after the first one, I transposed the motive to the C major pentatonic scale. So this is the G major one, right? So I changed it to then, but I retrograded it, so I flipped the motive, so it'd be yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I was inspired by jazz. So the accompaniment left hand had jumps between the notes and chords. Then I added in swing rhythm, triplets, and syncopation to make it more free and jazzy.
I see, so it sounds like you have to do quite a lot of counting in your music. Thank you, and once again, Feivel, for sharing this perspective with us. Let's give him a round of applause. Please do music. Your child will be excellent at science and mathematics as well. Let's take a look at what they've done throughout the year. The first classical ensemble. First presentation. Being forced to record for music videos. Going for O-level music camp in June. We did it with Pasir Ris Crest this year.
Exam period, okay? I don't want you to use so much phone. Give me that.
为什么每天用你的电话，没有把我放在眼里？
都怪我不停让你受伤，我知道从此我再也没有你，是白天只想黑夜里不能呼吸。我应该悄悄离开，才不用把话全都说出口。有一天你会明白，我知道我才懂，我再也没有你。
We will be presenting Shake It Off. Take it away, guys. Thank you guys, I'm very shaken. Once again, let's thank the Set 3 O-Level music students. There are 4 of them and they put out a doozy of a concert. Thank you so much. While they take their seats, I'm actually going to answer a few questions because in the Google form that all of you have very kindly filled up, you did actually ask quite a few questions. And so my philosophy is ask rather than don't ask. Thank you very much. And so someone actually asked, what additional skills are taught in the O-Level music program? And I think you've seen for yourself that the students actually need to be very flexible and resilient. And so whatever happens, we just really shake it off. And we have had all sorts of performers. We have had breakdowns right in the middle of performances, and they just take a deep breath and they continue performing. So there is this mental resilience and strength that the students actually have and built up over the course of the 2 years. They also learn very, very briefly how to improvise on the spot, but this is a very difficult skill, so it is really just touch and go during this program. Other than the ensemble skills, the compositional skills, you realize the students actually use technical terms that comes in the theory paper. So there are 3 components that are tested in the O-Level music exam, the listening and theory component, and that is the part where all the students like to cry with a smile, which is why they need to book consultations with me, because it is a very, very steep learning curve. So what you can do before you enter the program is to listen to 92.4 FM. Yes, your classical music station, because this is not a normal music station that most children listen to. And so there's a story I like to tell of how you know what is good music. So this friend comes to his banker friend and says, can you please give me a job? I would like to work for you. And he goes, sure, because we are such good friends. Okay, 9 to 5, please go and count money. And so he counts money every day for 1 month. He counts the money. And at the end of 1 month, the strength of their friendship is tested. He goes, are we friends or not, bro? Why you make me count money for 1 month? And then his friend goes, let me hand you a bill now. And then he touches the bill, right? And in that second, he knows it is not real money, because he has been counting the genuine article for 1 whole month. So how do you know what genre of music you are listening to? Plus 92.4 FM will tell you. They tell you the title of the piece, they tell you who wrote it, and so at the end of the O-Level music program, with listening, and more listening, you will roughly know which composer has written it. So what songs do you play? Anything that's current? Anything that's a new trending TikTok video? Or sometimes the students will say, can we play this in class? And I'll go, let me consider. So I check for vulgarities, and then I check for musicality, and then I check whether it's possible to be played. So sometimes we play a simpler arrangement instead of a harder arrangement. So all types, and we are also not racist, so we also dabble in world music. So the best composers actually visit other countries actually. So the classical composers actually visited, out of Europe. Haydn went to England. And then you talk about the Beatles. The Beatles actually traveled to India and then they made friends with Ravi Shankar. Hence, if you hear a lot of Beatles songs, you will hear the sitar in their music. So, is it mostly classical music? No, it is not mostly classical music. It is all sorts. And other than world music, so for world music, we study Indian music, Indonesian gamelan, Chinese music, and also Malay joget and zapin. We also study soul, synth pop, 1960s pop rock, which is good because all the parents here will actually know the songs, like the Beatles, Beach Boys, Diana Ross and the Supremes, and all the children are going, whoa, who are these people? But you know, if you know, you know. So what you learn in this program are, as I said, many, many things. So we do learn not to focus too much on the results, because sometimes people just don't see the hard work you put in. So behind the scenes, I see the hard work you put in. So thank you, you have done an excellent job. So yes, good job, very proud of you. How will the music program help in JC? Now, there are many career paths. I think some of the parents and the students are a little bit concerned, especially with the L1, R4. But let's think bigger. So I have many ex-students. I have been teaching O-level music in this school from 2010, when I first came to Anglican High School. And lots of ex-students actually keep in touch with me, and some of them have gone on to become engineers, lawyers, own entrepreneur doing their own startup program, and they come back and they ask me to write their letters of recommendation for them. They come back to a secondary school teacher to write for their university entrance application because, Joe, you know me very well. Yes, I know you very well because I've seen how you practice. And so we can predict with unfailing accuracy how students actually attack subjects they don't quite like, topics they don't quite know. So music is just a vehicle for further learning, for deeper understanding. So how will it help in JC? It's not going to help on paper unless you take A-level music, but the skills that can be transferable are there. So if you want a creative way to express yourself, music is a great way, says the physics engineer now. Yes, I have a materials and mechanical engineer and they do not regret taking music. So what is the exam format? If you want, you can actually scan the QR codes. Those are for the SEAB 6085 O-level music syllabus. It is a very wordy document and it actually talks in detail about all the things that I have mentioned earlier. Am I expected to have my own private tutor? Yes, because as you can see, there are many instruments that you are allowed to actually enter the O-level music program with, like the dizi, the yangqing, the piano, the violin, the drums. And unfortunately, Mr. Seng does not play all of them very well. I play all of them. I can blow the note. I can hit the drum. But it is not the best tutor that can support them, and so they do need a specialist to really support them in this journey. And the final question that I have encountered in the Google form that I thought was very interesting. What is a didgeridoo? Well, this is it. Yes, that is a Aboriginal instrument, Australian. So, yes, I've answered all your questions. Thank you once again for coming for this concert. I hope we actually get to see each other a little bit more in the future. And now, because we are so proud of them to have finished 1 year of the O-level music program, let's invite Mr. Alvin Ng, our principal, to come up and give out the prizes. And so, for being dynamite, we have Toh Yu Syn. Okay, next up we have Claris Ng. Okay, third we have Elijah Lee. And last but not least, we have Feivel. Okay, can we have all the Sec 3 music students to come up with your items of love to stand with Mr. Lim? Hello. Yes, there are so many Sec 3 O-level music students in this room. Please come to the front. Yes, parents, this is your moment. Please take out your handphones, get ready for the pictures now. Can we invite Mr. Chin to come up as well, please? Thank you. We want to thank our school leaders, our management, our key personnel, our HODs for really being so supportive of the O-level music program.
Here, over here.
Oh, okay, and please look at Miss Ko.
Okay, ready? I can zoom in. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
Can we have a fun shot?
1.
Fun shot. 1, 2, yeah! And you can tell they are very fun.
May I present flowers, please?
Oh,
please,
sure. Thank you so
please.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, and thank you, parents. Without your support, we would not be here today. Once again, thank you so much. I'll now pass the time to Mr. Lin to say a few words.
Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead. Okay, thank you, Yu Syn, Claris, Elijah, and Feivel. Okay, if I can remember. I think also I'd like to thank also the teachers. Okay, I think they've been wonderful. Okay, I think guiding the students throughout this whole year. Awesome. I think it's really just a few short words. I know I stand between you and home. I think what you can do when you have real passion for a subject, and particularly I think in AHS, okay, we don't have many music students, but I think those that we have who chose to come in on OLM, the O-levels music, okay, they are truly passionate, and with a much smaller group of students, class size, what you can do with them in terms of grow the appreciation for music, both the performance, the thought process, the creation process. I think that's wonderful. I think you can really say a very small and committed group. So those of you who are thinking of who are coming on board OLM next year, please do so. I think I think Kimberly spoke about the L1 R4 requirement and all. I think that was really actually one of my concerns when we went through 7 subjects, whether we would still want to keep, how we would sustain our programs of sport learning literature. But I hope parents really will give it a try as well. It's something that if your child is interested in, or you see what can be done with a smaller number. I hope it just sells you on the whole subject. So really, when we talk about such subjects, right, it's not about if you can get an A, it's great, it's wonderful, and our kids do. Okay, but I think the important thing is that something grows inside you, especially when you do in arts, something about the performance, about your spirit that's also lifted. And I can see that, and it grows for our young people. It really grows them in very unique ways, especially in the arts. Okay, so with that, again, thank you once again for coming down, parents, and thank you for being a wonderful audience as well. Thank you.